Alright everybody, here's the deal. I've tried to record this like 10 times and I'm just giving up now. I'm gonna explain this the best I can. But if you have questions, specific questions, leave the comments in the comment box below. I'd be happy to answer any and all questions. I'm an open book. Anyway, I started by tracing a half circle using a cup. And that's what I'm using as a guide here. I have started using a washable marker as opposed to tailor's chalk, which is a much bolder line. The only problem with the washable marker is it is very smudgy if your shirt's really wet, but it also shows up a lot easier. So pros and cons, but you can't really see the half circle here because I did use tailor's chalk. But pick your poison on that one. So I just accordion folded up in that fan fold formation and tuck it up as best as I can. Then I used sinew and I tied the sinew around in like 2-inch chunks. You're gonna want a sinew puller for any sinew project you're doing, whether you're doing geodes, mandalas. Sinew puller is necessary. If you feel like you're getting really fuzzy lines, or not very bold lines, you don't have a lot of white, it's likely because you're not using a puller. You just don't have enough strength in your hand to pull as tight as you need. You know you've pulled tight enough if you pull it and there's like a snap. You feel like a little snap. One thing I've learned since I've done this project is it's easier to keep all of these chunks connected and not cut the string between each chunk. You'll definitely still want to do the sinew puller between each tie, which I'm tying about 4 to 5 times around, but you don't have to cut and make a completely separate piece of sinew for each chunk. Hopefully that makes sense. It makes the washout process so much easier. Alright, so I used Seafoam first and foremost. I put it on the inside of the fan, so the circle area, and then I also put it down like every other chunk along the seam of the sinew. I like to do this on my gravity dies because it gives like a white line and then the color falls from the white line. You'll see what that looks like. What I've got this in right here is just a piece of gutter. So I went to Lowe's, I looked like an idiot, and I walked around Lowe's with a big old 6-foot thing of gutter, and I cut it into a 1-foot piece, a 2-foot piece, and a 3-foot piece for different size projects. This color is Coral Pink by Dharma. Coral and Seafoam are my favorite color combination. It has been for a while. I just love the look it gives. I decided after I did this that I wanted to make it a little bit more bold, and I did add some black as well. It did give a cool effect, but I think I may want to try this again with just the coral and the Seafoam because the black muted it a little bit. And here I am adding the ice as well as Marco Poloing as I add the ice because I'm a multitasker. And here's the black I added. I added Raven, and I just added it on along those sinew lines. Here's my rinse out process. I rinse it out with cold water first, and I just untie as I go, rinsing until the water runs clear. I put the water on hot and rinse that until the water runs clear. And then I use Dawn dish soap and kind of scrub it up, get the suds going, rinse that out until it runs clear in hot water, and then I put it in a wash cycle with hot water. There's the final result. I love this thing. I thought it turned out so cool.